Hi everybody, I'm Kim. Welcome to the Regretful Yarn Addict. Today is a tutorial for this lovely textured stitch. This is called the Crinkle stitch. Super easy. Great for anything you need texture on or you want texture on. It is, well, it's like a 4-row repeat, but it's basically 2-row. It's just every other one is the opposite of the other. And I hope that didn't sound too confusing. So anyway, this is a really fun stitch. So let's go ahead and learn it. So go ahead and grab yourself some yarn. Today I'm going to be using this yellow yarn. It's just a scrap I had sitting around. You're going to need a darning needle and a pair of scissors. And today I will be using a 4.5 millimeter hook. So let's go ahead, get a slip knot on our hook. And this is done in multiples of 2, and then you add 1 for your base chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 1 to grow an inch. Now we're going to skip the first 2 chains. You never count this one that's on your hook. So there's 1 and 2, and we're going to go into this one. So let's just wrap some yarn around our hook, go into that chain, pull up, pull through all 3 and make a half double. And we're going to go ahead and put a half double crochet all the way across into every chain. Just like so. And if you really wanted to, you could do a chainless foundation and just go ahead and make your half double crochets in multiples of 2. Instead of making the chain. But it really doesn't take that long, so. Okay. Got mine all the way across. Now we are going to turn our work. Chain 1 and into this very first stitch, a single crochet. Now we are going to do a front post half double. So we're going to wrap the yarn around our hook, and then we're going to be going around this little stem right here, right there. So for a front, we're going to be going top to bottom and then coming up on the other side. So wrap your hook, go through that hole, go through there, oh my goodness, pull your yarn through, make your stitch. Now for the next one, we're going to be doing a back post half double. So we're going to go right into that same spot we just came out of. except it's easier just to show you. So you wrap it, come in from the back, go to through the front, grab your yarn, make your stitch. And we're just going to alternate these all the way. So now we're going to do a front. So we go down, back, grab our yarn, pull it through, grab our yarn, pull through all three. Wrap our yarn, come in from the back, go over the stitch. So we're coming up. We're going over that stitch and into the next hole, grabbing our yarn, pulling it up, wrapping, and pulling through. That's a back. Now we're doing a front. A front, your stem is on the top. And on a back post, your stem is on the back. So a front, come in from the back, back loop, front loop, coming in from behind, back post, front post, back post, front, and a back in here. Okay, this is our last stitch is right here. Right there. And then we have our chain 2 that was our starting chain there. So we're just going to go ahead and make that back loop. That back post. And now into that very top, right there, we're going to put our hook through and make a single crochet. And there we have that one. Now we're going to turn our work, chain 1, wrap our hook, go into that very first stitch, and make a half double. And we're going to put a half double crochet into the top of every stitch all the way across. Just like that. Turn our work, chain 1, put a single into that very first stitch. Okay, now we started with a front post on this row, so on this row we're going to start with a back post. So wrap, come in from behind, put your hook over that stem, push through the next hole, grab your yarn, pull it through, grab and pull through all three. Okay, now the next one is going to be a front loop. And then a back. And a front. back, and a front. We just keep alternating those half double posts all the way across. And then into that very last stitch right there, put a single. You see, we're basically alternating. So on our next time up, this will be over here, and then it will be here, and it'll just keep alternating. You'll see that in another row. So let's turn our work, chain 1, and we are going to put a half double crochet into every stitch. And then you turn. Now we're going to do just the opposite of what we did in this row. We're going to chain, put in that single. Now this one we started with the back post, so we're going to start with the front post. Remember, front post, the stem is always on the top. Back post, it's in the back. Oops. And we are just going to do that all the way across. We're actually repeating row 2 right now. Lost my yarn. Just don't forget that very last stitch, and that's always a single when you're doing the front post, back post. And that's it, you guys. You just keep repeating that. You do a row of front and back half doubles, and then a row of all half doubles. And then you do another row of front and back post, but you start the opposite. Like when we get back over here, this was a front post, so this one will be a back post. Okay, so you have front post, and then you have a row of half doubles, and then you have a back post and a row of half doubles, and you have a front post and a row of half doubles, and then you're going to have another row of half doubles here, and you're going to start with a back post. Just remember, chain 1 and go ahead. Get your half doubles in there. This is repeating rows 2 through 5. In rows 2 and 4, excuse me. Yeah, 2 and 4 are your front and back. And it's whatever you started with on the one row, you're going to start the opposite on the next. So there we have it, back post. You're going to chain 1, get that single crochet in there. That was a back post, so we're going to start with the front post. And then a back post. And that is how you do it, you guys. It's really not that difficult. I hope I didn't confuse anybody too much. And then on the post rows, you start and end with a single crochet. Just like that, and you get some really great texture. So remember, you start with a row of half doubles, and then you do front and back post alternating. Well, you start with a single, front and back post alternating, end with a single. Then you do a row of half doubles. And then you do a single crochet in the first stitch. And if you start it with a front post on that row, on this row you're going to do a back post. And you end with a single. And then you do a row of half doubles. And then you do your front and back. And then you get it. And it turns out really nice. And it's the same. It doesn't care if you're on the front or the back. You get the same texture. So that's that, you guys. I hope you either learned a new stitch or got reacquainted with an old friend. I thank you for watching. I appreciate it. So go ahead. You can use this for just about anything. It does make really nice washcloths. So again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give a thumbs up, hit subscribe button, and leave a nice comment. So y'all have a good day, good morning, good evening, whatever, whenever, wherever it is when you're watching. I know that you are appreciated. Bye-bye.